So the latest release in the Star Trek universe over on Paramount Plus is due to premiere tomorrow, January 24th. It's a movie. It's called Star Trek Section 31, starring Michelle Yeoh, who, by the way, I think got paid like $12 million for this movie. It's the latest of what Gary from Neurotic would call the Kurtzman Trek. Kurtzman has managed to do what J.J. Abrams couldn't. That was totally destroy Star Trek. So reviews are in, and let's just say it's not looking good. Now, take this with a grain of salt. As you know, critics aren't always the end-all, be-all when it comes to TV, movies, entertainment, so on and so forth. But when even IGN, that's right, that same IGN, says this isn't very good, that's saying something. So first, let's go over to Rotten Tomatoes. So far, 10 reviews, 30% Rotten Tomatoes score from all critics. Yikes. Now, that doesn't mean the audience won't like it, but this isn't a very good start. Now, let's read some of the reviews here, shall we? None of it has any emotional impact, and there are too many quips and overly stylized shots that feel like they're trying to achieve a quote-unquote cool feeling that never lands. That's from Eric Goldman over on YouTube. Clint Worthington from RogerEbert.com. At best, it's an olive branch to its contractually obligated megastar. That would be Michelle Yeoh. At worst, it's a rebel moon. Ouch. Level fiasco that doesn't get why people watch Trek in the first place. John Kirk from Original Cinema, or Original Sin with a C. What is recognizably Star Trek is underplayed and in the background, like something planted to legitimize the show. Even Discovery fans will have to admit the spinoff is weakly told, the characters are contrived, and even Michelle Yeoh can't save it. Jordan Hoffman from IGN. This isn't Star Trek. Wow. Samantha Cooley from Collider. With the potential in its concepts and its cast, Section 31 might have made a perfectly fine two-part episode of a television series that doesn't exist. However, as a film, it's both forgettable and disappointing. Gene Hennigan, Pop Culture Maniacs. The film is less about the shadowy Starfleet organization with a penchant for manipulating the fleet in ways most officers never realize, and is instead almost like a Suicide Squad story draped in Section 31 clothing. Now, there are 3 positives. Slash film. It's goofy and silly and sometimes very ridiculous, but there's no denying the simple pleasure of the whole thing. Okay. Paul Klein from Filmhounds. It would be difficult to jump into this without being at least fairly aware of what is happening in universe. But as a spin-off, it makes sense that it assumed you're all in on the series and you know your Klingons from your Romulans. Okay. Joshua Patton from CBR. Star Trek continues to exist in defiance of conventional wisdom, and Section 31 is a blueprint for how it can continue boldly going into the future. And finally, from Total Film, David Opie. Section 31 doesn't know what it wants to be. It is a serious exploration of the criminal underbelly, a camp throwback to the noughties, meaning the 90s, or a tonally off combination of the two. Actually, that'd be the early 2000s, now that I think about it, the noughts. Michelle Yeoh deserves a far better than this hollow sci-fi spinoff. So there you have from Rotten Tomato. Hollywood Reporter, THR, Star Trek Section 31 review. Not even Michelle Yeoh can save Paramount Plus subpar spinoff movie. The Oscar-winning actress reprises her role from Star Trek Discovery in the franchise's first non-theatrical film. Let's just dive into this real quick. Scientists say that our universe is constantly expanding, but some universes should know when to quit. Take the hint. Kurtzman, as evidenced by the first television film, well, technically streaming film, and the 14th overall in the venerable Star Trek franchise. Premiering on Paramount Plus, Star Trek Section 31 is a spin-off of the series Star Trek Discovery, but mainly seems designed to exploit the talents of Michelle Yeoh, who, since she created the character of Philippa, I'm going to butcher this, Georgiou, has added the term Academy Award winner to her bio. So what is this just about? Really doesn't describe what this is about, just said it's a spinoff from Discovery. Let's go to Joe Blow. Star Trek Section 31 review. Michelle Yeoh leads a mediocre Mission Impossible in outer space. Here's the plot. The parallel timeline version of the deceased USS Discovery captain, the Emperor of the Terran Empire, before coming to our timeline, where she joins a secret division of Starfleet known as Section 31. I think Section 31 first appeared in Star Trek Enterprise. I think. Tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets, she also must face the sins of her past. I'm not going to read this whole review here. I mean, if you want to read it, I'll link to it in the description below over Joe Blow. But here's the one that surprised me. IGN. 100 minutes of generic schlock containing only trace elements of Star Trek. Like I said before, if you lose IGN, that's saying something. I'll link to all these reviews in the comments or in the description of the video down below, so you guys can check them out. Now, Gary over at Nerdrotic, he was quick to point out that he's been blocked by Star Trek on Paramount Plus. Could it be that he's been very outspoken about Kurtzman and Kurtzman Trek? I don't know, maybe. Here over, he also posted this. Holy shit, it's going to be worse than we thought. Which I did have to reply, geez, if IGN doesn't like it, it must be really bad. So there you have it. The first reviews are in for Star Trek Section 31. Just thought I'd share this with you guys here on a Thursday. Guess it's afternoon now in Eastern time. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Are you guys going to take the time to watch this show? I'm not. There's a lot other content out there to partake in. Like right now, I'm actually rewatching Daredevil, the Netflix series Daredevil, even though it's on Disney Plus now. I'm currently rewatching that to get prepared for Daredevil Born Again come March. So again, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Share this video out there with your friends and family. And with that, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.